We got Russ coming up on the floor. We got Silas. We got
We started out in 2004 with 6 guys in a church parking lot in Nebraska. And next year we're going to be in New York City.
My name is Fred Grzybowski. I'm originally from Ohio, but I travel the world pogo sticking.
We are in the process of creating an extreme sport. And so these guys are flipping and flying in the air, doing stunts and grabs and flips and spins and tricks, just like the skateboard or the bike or the surfboard or anything like that.
Traditional pogo sticks is what people normally think of, so they're thinking people like a squeaky pogo stick jumping 6 inches off the ground. Today we have the high performance pogo stick, so instead of jumping 6 inches, we're jumping 6 to 9 feet. Yesterday someone did a backflip over 9 feet 3 inches, so it's definitely way bigger, way more intense than a traditional steel spring pogo.
This chamber here is completely hollow, and it's filled up with air, which you do on like a bike pump. When you're 9 feet in the air, the room for error is great. So it takes a lot of balance, a lot of skill. You have to have innovation because this is a fledgling sport, so we're creating things constantly. And then you have to be a little rough around the edges because they take some spills, they cut themselves up, but then they get back up.
From Dan Mahoney, doing the helicopter stall. Take that by Fred. Those falls aren't going to hurt Fred here in the qualifying. Something will hurt him, but it's not going to be those falls.
I originally got into it when I was just a kid. When I was 8 years old, I got a pogo stick for Christmas. So I kind of just fooled around on it, and I thought I was the only person in the world that was doing tricks on a pogo stick. And then after a couple years went by, I found a community online, ex-Pogo. And there's other people with similar stories, had a pogo stick, thought they were the first one to start it, and just slowly grew into Pogo-palooza.
2 of our main disciplines are tech and big air. So big air, that's the stuff that nobody's seen before. That's the guys jumping 8 feet in the air, flipping over bars, jumping over cars. That's its own discipline. That would be similar to vert in skateboarding. And then we have tech, which is similar to street in skateboarding. And it actually uses a little bit more beefed up, but pretty much still the standard steel spring sticks that you could buy in a store.
I personally hold 3 different world records. I have most consecutive backflips, most jumps without feet, so I'm just using my arms to bounce, and world's tallest pogo stick, which stands at 9 feet 6.5 inches.
Like when you first start out, you're able to really set the records high, and you reach a certain threshold where it becomes harder and harder. But every year I think we've reached that threshold, and I'm always amazed by what they do, and to be honest, I really don't think they'll stop. 3 years ago, the high jump record was around 7 feet, and now it's 9.5 feet. And I think it could go to 10 feet, 11 feet, 12 feet.